All right, let's talk about what's broken today. Today in New York, New York. 2 separate weekend stabbings in Brooklyn and Queens killed 3 people within hours, and there have been no arrests. That's where we are. Welcome to Loud and Local with Vixie Steele in New York, New York. First up, something I'm already pissed off about. Weekend stabbings in 2 boroughs. Late Friday in Brooklyn, cops responded to a 911 call. 2 men with stab wounds. 34-year-old Dan Costume didn't make it. The other man is in stable condition. Then Saturday morning in Queens, a 71-year-old man and a 65-year-old woman were found stabbed. Both later died at New York Presbyterian Queens Hospital. The NYPD hasn't released their names yet. Investigations are ongoing. Here's the gut punch. These happened within hours of each other in different boroughs, and as of now, there are no arrests. Look, I get it. Cases like this are complex. Witnesses disappear, leads are thin. But the streets are telling a story, and it isn't a good one. I've had it with this fucking nonsense. How many more lives before we see some real change? Better lighting, more community outreach, faster canvassing. Whatever it takes, do it yesterday. Respect to the first responders pulling doubles, but right now families are planning funerals, and that should set your hair on fire. Moving on before I break something. Mysterious groups popping manholes in Brooklyn. Yeah, I said that. In Gravesend, around 11 p.m. Friday, 7 people went down into a manhole and came back up around 2 a.m. Same night in Williamsburg, about 1 a.m., 8 people headed underground and resurfaced near 3:40 a.m. The City Department of Environmental Protection checked the areas and found no damage to the sewers. That's the one sliver of good news. But listen, going into sewers is illegal and dangerous. Toxic gases, sudden floods, zero visibility. It's not a playground. The NYPD is investigating. Still no arrests. Unbelievable, but not surprising. Can someone explain why this bullshit is allowed? Critical infrastructure isn't a backdrop for clout chasing or whatever half-baked stunt this was. You want urban exploration? Stick to the sidewalk like the rest of us. And now, on to another disaster. Over in New Jersey, Governor Mickey Sherrill says the violence outside Delaney Hall protests is being driven by out-of-state agitators. Protests have been running for more than a week, focused on ICE and conditions inside the detention centre. Friday night, it turned ugly. 6 arrests, 5 from out of state, according to officials. Here's the wrinkle. Detainee supporters point to claims of poor conditions and a hunger strike. The GEO Group and DHS deny that. State police took over crowd control from ICE to cool things down, but clashes kept happening from Friday into Saturday. So much for de-escalation. The presence of out-of-state folks always muddies the waters. It gives politicians a neat talking point, while the local community still has to live with the fallout. If the claims about conditions are bunk, prove it transparently. If they're real, fix them, like yesterday. Call me when people grow a spine. We need solutions, not scapegoats. Real oversight, real accountability, and yes, real crowd management that doesn't keep producing the same damn headlines. All right, let's keep this train wreck rolling. Up in Albany, lawmakers are sprinting to the finish line, with the session ending in June. The to-do list is stacked. Redistricting is back on the table. Democrats want a constitutional change on how congressional maps get drawn. And there's talk of taxing payouts from Donald Trump's so-called anti-weaponization fund. Add in environmental bills to cut plastic use, a ban on surveillance pricing, and tweaks to ticket scalping rules. Why the crush? Because the budget came nearly 2 months late. The calendar got torched, and now everything's jammed into the last week. More than 1,000 bills have advanced this year. Some of them might even matter. There's an election on June the 23rd, so expect some big talk and short patience. They might even extend the session if it all spills over. The politics here are not subtle. National fights playing out at the state level. Finally, someone gets it. But let's see if they actually deliver. Less press conference, more pen on paper. Otherwise, it's just noise drowning out the real problems. Okay, here's something cool for once. The Ordinary, the skincare brand, tried a free bus linking Domino Park and Prospect Park. Launched May 26th and meant to run 2 weeks, it lasted 4 days and was suspended on May 30th while they sought permits with the city. On one hand, that corridor is transit-starved. Anyone trying to get across Brooklyn without a car knows the pain. On the other, you can't just roll a private shuttle through public streets because your marketing team had a bright idea. The city has rules, and those rules exist for a reason. Still, the instinct was right. Connect the dots where people actually travel. See, this is why I still have hope. But come on, get your permits sorted first. If you want to help, help for real. Don't ghost the route after 4 days and leave riders hanging. And to City Hall, if a skincare company can sketch a needed line on a map in a week, what the hell is the excuse for not funding the damn thing properly? Hell yeah, now we're talking. Build the service, make it free, and stop overthinking the obvious. And that's today's dose of reality. From stabbings with no arrests, to sewer spelunkers, to protest crackdowns, to Albany speedrunning governance, to a bus that blinked out faster than my patience. I shouldn't have to say this, but here we fucking are. Alright, that's all I got. Go do something useful. This is Loud and Local with Vixie Steele in New York, New York. Come back tomorrow for more.